Hey guys, how's it going? So this afternoon, Aaron and I are going to work a little bit more on this rock pathway that we started earlier this season. I think it was maybe the first part of June, and that's all we got done because it got hot really fast after that, and it was just too hot to work on a project like this out in the full sun. Something about our ground out here, the sun it heats it up so much, it feels like it's baking your feet from underneath, which is not a pleasant feeling. So we decided to wait until it cooled down to start working on it again. Also, there's a ton of activity around our house today. They're placing stones in the garden. Do you hear that? Clint is over there. He's the one who delivers all of our compost, but he's placing some big stones in our neighbor's garden at the moment. And there's also lawns being mowed, so they're using edgers and blowers and all kinds of things. It's usually pretty quiet around us, but not today. Look at them over there. They are hard at it. They're working on the landscaping around that house, that new house that our arborvitae will cover one day. So this is where the pathway stands. This is all we got done that first day, and I love it. It's been so fun just to see how, like, I can imagine what it's gonna look like when it's done. It's just kind of this really gentle, wide opening. I'm gonna be planting more things around it right here, but they're all very solid. And we're not going to put any of that sand in here. We're gonna be doing the compost, like this stuff right out here, because I like the color. I think it looks really nice. So here's the plan. We're going to take off from where we stopped, which is about right here. These were just leftovers that we'll probably utilize at some point, but we're gonna go this way, do a big loop, go around the linden, so around the back side of it, and then we'll come along the front side of this spruce here and back out to the driveway. It'll kind of shoot you toward the house. Once we get it done, depending on how much stone we have left, this is where the main pathway will be. We might like fork off of it and go toward the cut flower garden or toward the berries. I think that will depend on timing and how much stone we have left and that sort of thing. Also, I'm not sure how much we're gonna get done today. We're just gonna plug away. We've just got a couple of hours to work on it. But I do want to give you a little update tour around the Hartley because the guys have been hard at it. Like, they're to the point where they're putting landscape fabric down before they put the gravel in our walkways. So that means we're getting very close. So I'm excited, and I'm excited to show you. Here are the stones we're gonna be pulling from. These are the stones that Benny's guys have been using for the patio back by our kitchen entrance. Also, we're gonna be utilizing some of these for the big patio we're putting in. There's some leftovers from the Hartley floor right there. It's all the same stone. This stone has been snapped, so it's not like cut in a sharp edge. I don't know how they do it, but it's just made into more regular shapes instead of being all irregular, like the big stones right here. But this is the kind of stuff we're using for the walkway. So we just kind of pick through and find the stones we like, and we try to alternate between big ones and then tuck a few small ones in and then use another big one. We don't really know what we're doing. We're just kind of doing it by eye, whatever looks good. So Aaron, hey Aaron, I'm ready. Here he comes. Are you ready too, Russell? You might notice we pulled the sweet potato vine this morning, or yesterday rather. It finally got nipped by a little bit too cold of a night.
You ready for this?
Oh yeah, I was born ready for this. Okay guys, given the fact that there's so much noise around here and so much activity, and we're gonna be sweating it up during this project, we're just gonna set up a camera and just show you the process. And in the end, I'll give you a little tour. Here we go. All right guys, it is a new day. We decided to tackle a little bit more of the project this morning, and then I'll run over to the Hartley. The guys are actually not here today. I wish they were, but they're not, so I can show you where they're at. But this project is going so well. Look at it. Oh, let's walk this way. So where were we at? We were like somewhere right in here, right? So we got all of this done, and the curve too. And you know, when you're just kind of putting together these pieces like a puzzle, sometimes it takes a while. You can see some of the pieces that we just kind of tossed out because they weren't quite working. And then we just kind of look through each pile as we are, you know, making progress, and then we use off of all of the piles. I was kind of proud of us for clearing off 2 pallets though. So as we go, you can see we just use a mixture of large stones, small stones. We are on the scout. I think we might replace a few of these right in here since they're in the center of the path. We kind of like to have some bigger stuff in the center, but it all worked out really well either way. Look at this. And given the fact that these are not like cut stones, I think the curve looks nice and sharp. Just perfect. And then this is where we called it today. Doesn't that look awesome? It's creating just some major definition in this area. And now we've been talking about all kinds of different stuff that we could do with this center section, or we can just plant it, you know? We can put maybe a big evergreen in here and put a couple benches along the way. I do know I want to tuck a bench or two over here as the pathway makes curves, so there's different places where you can sit and just enjoy the space. Most of these are fairly level. We got them pretty close, and we are going to just be dumping compost on top of the stones and sweeping it in between all of them. And then we're going to water it down, and then we'll probably add more compost, sweep it off, and then water it down more. And we'll build up around the sides too. So there'll be compost, you know, a little bit taller on the sides. Makes it a lot easier than trying to excavate, you know, underneath it. And we did talk about how when we started this project earlier this year, how we're not doing this like proper. We're not digging it out. We're not putting down, you know, a gravel layer or a sand layer or any of that business. And we're not using polymeric sand in between the stones. We don't deal with heaving, like ground heaving in our area. And things just stay in place for a long time. This is exactly how my parents did their stone walkways when I was young. And they're still exactly how they were when I was a little kid. You know, and if we have to, because some things naturally like sink a little bit over time here and there, if we have to lift up a stone every once in a while, I'm okay with that. But this way is definitely a lot easier than doing all of the other steps. If we dealt with ground heaving and all of that, we probably would go to, you know, the lengths of making it 100% proper. And you know, we've got all of those big trees coming here in the next week or so. I know we're gonna have one put in right here, but it would be really cool to put like one of the Norway spruces in here. That would be really fun. But I'm just thrilled with the progress here. I would say we're just about halfway done. Let's head to the Hartley. All right, guys, standing behind the Hartley, look at these beds. Aren't they awesome? Oh, just seeing this structure go in is making me so happy. They've started the landscape fabric. There will only be landscape fabric in areas where we're going to put gravel for walkways. So it will be right around the Hartley, and it'll come down this way and just be in, well, it'll stop right here because we're going to have flower bed and things in here. And the driveway will be a little bit wider than it looks now. It's been so nice. In fact, let me just pan around. Look at this. Can you even believe that it looks like this now? We've got a huge pile of compost right there to start spreading as soon as this tree right here loses all of its leaves. Oh, major weight lifted, having this garden just cleared out, minus all the stuff, you know, we planted this spring. And all of a sudden, all of those things make sense to my eye. We're gonna have one of the big evergreens put in here, right here, and then a few along the fence line. But anyway, the driveway is gonna come out to about right there, and it'll be brick lined. Right in here. But there's the back of the chicken coop, which needs a major clean out. In fact, I think we'll do that all together. Maybe next week we'll come out here and kind of clean this up. All of these annuals are going to get nailed next week by frost anyway, but you can see where the old pallet walkway, where it came out. It came out right before that concrete pad. Do you remember that? Oh my goodness. Now that seems so far away from now, like it was so long ago. But we need to, I'm gonna take out the weeping cherry. We need to clean up the borage. The pallet walkway I'm gonna pick up about here and redirect. It's gonna go out this way, but we're gonna have evergreens back here, backing these beds on this side and then on the back side of those. And there will be a bench in the center and one over there looking at each other, and then 2 benches on either side of the doorway there. If you guys have a really good bench source that you like, let me know. We're trying to decide between if we want black benches, which I really, really like, and they're easy maintenance because you can paint them once a year or stain them black once a year, and usually that keeps them looking really nice and tidy. But I also like the look of wood benches, especially after they've grayed out a little bit. But either way, we're not quite there yet. We may not have benches out here until next year. And on this side, you can see the bed at the end that we're going to do boxwoods in, and wherever you see pipes coming up, it's drip access, and it's everywhere. There's a drip access in every single one of these beds right here. so that we can just tap right in and run our drip to the plants we put in here. So nice. There is drip and electrical access everywhere in this garden now, thanks to Aaron's planning. He's very organized that way. But they're almost done with this walkway, which leads out to the driveway, and then we'll have a new walkway starting over here that, you know, you can just walk from this walkway right into that one and enter into this garden. Oh, I'm so excited. Where there's a swoop, so there's going to be boxwoods backing all of this. I don't know if I'm going to have them run the length of the walkway. I may stop them here, but there's also going to be a set of pillars in here as well. But there will be a Pacific Sunset maple here, right here, and then on the other side as well, mirroring it. So one right there and then one on the other corner. And then the landscape fabric. I know it's a little bit of a controversial subject. We have used landscape fabric only in the raised bed garden, underneath the gravel and the walkways, which is exactly how we're using it here, because we have such a problem with bindweed, puncture vine, and spurge. They're really hard to keep under control. And you kind of have to decide, like, okay, I know I'm not going to be planting in any of these areas ever, have no plans to do that. Do I want to be spraying it all the time through all, you know, the growing seasons I have left? Or do I want to put down a really good high quality landscape fabric and suppress those weeds and not have to spray? Kind of have to decide. So we've used it in the raised bed garden, and then I used it along one section of our arb hedge along the west side there, and underneath one side of our boxwood hedge in Versailles, because we have bindweed issues in those areas too. And if they take hold and they go up in your plants, you can't spray them out. You're just you're kind of stuck. So it's really, really helped in those cases, but we don't use it in any other flower beds for that reason. We just hand pull the weeds, and then we do spray. We use the Captain Jack's dead weed brew in our driveway at the highest mix ratio, and it does do a pretty good job. But I don't want to have to be spraying areas like this. I know we're not going to be planting anyway. So that will be here, and then down our walkway, and then throughout the center of this area, because that will all be the 3/4 chip gravel. It will kind of match our driveway. It's kind of a charcoal gray color. So as we go this way on the west side of the Hartley, you can see mirror image right there, so it's going to look really pretty when you look at it from overhead too. We did have rock wall kind of wings right here. We ended up taking those out, and I don't know if we're going to carry this rock wall on or just leave it even with that side. They both measure about 8 feet on this side, because this is all going to be garden. You won't really see back there. You know, there'll be a Pacific Sunset maple here. I'm thinking like a hydrangea standard right in here, and then the boxwood hedge it'll go this way and then take off over there. So I don't know, things will just kind of have to evolve a bit. Here's around the front. You can see they got some of the landscape fabric pinned down there. Let's see what it looks like from inside. I think I see Benny's guys pulling in right now. Oh, hooray, good. Oh, they were gonna try to be done this week, but tomorrow's Friday. So when they didn't show up this morning, I thought, oh man. Okay, out the back door, look at that. And then over here, you can see that pathway leading out. It's just so awesome. So exciting. Well, our timing was perfect, because I think they're gonna get started again. And you guys, that is gonna do it for the projects for today. Boy, working with rocks like that, I feel like I used to do stuff like that a lot more. Like down at the garden center, I feel like I was lifting cinder blocks all the time and concrete pieces and things. And now I'm like 2 hours of moving stones. I mean, that's good for the day. But I'm super happy with the progress of everything. It's just so exciting to see some of those projects kind of buttoning up and cleaning up. And like the back garden, we're not going to be doing anything in it this fall. We're just going to spread that compost as soon as the leaves fall. But at least it will look tidy and kind of ready for us next spring. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. We will likely catch the rest of the stone project in another video, and then hopefully the next couple of weeks. So we can get that buttoned up before winter comes as well. That'd be awesome. All right, see you guys in the next video. Bye.